So, without further ado, what's the challenge? Today, we are going to be building an AI web app. Simple. We are going to be building a simple AI web app in 1 hour or less. So, let's get started. Boom. Okay. What kind of app do we want to get started on? Let's keep it simple. I think today we should go for something that allows the user to talk to the AI and then it does some form of function. So, let's say an AI calorie tracker where like I can input, I ate 200 grams of potatoes today, and then we get a visualization of that, right? Very simple, very quickly, and we're gonna be using Lovable today. I'm not sponsored by Lovable. I think they're a phenomenal platform. I think they're building something great over there at Lovable. So shout out to the entire Lovable team. I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job. And this tool allows people who don't have coding experience or aren't that good at coding. I mean, or even if you are good at coding, it allows you to expedite that process. Is it a perfect platform? No, they're still a startup. They're still, working on things and trying to fix their quirks and bugs and all that good stuff. But for right now, it'll let us at least show you guys some form of visual so you can take that thought from your mind and put it on paper or computer in this instance. So let's get started. When it comes to chat, I usually switch around 4.0 and 0.3. For 4.0, I usually use it just for like my general tasks, just like high level thinking. And then 0.3, I like to kind of dive deeper in and allow it to break it down in deeper steps. So we're going to be going between both, and I'll tell you guys when I switch over. So first things first, hey chat, I am going to build a simple AI calorie tracker on Lovable. Simple. Right now, here's when we have to be further prompted. Right, something you have to remember about when prompting on these platforms is if I just gave it, hey, I just want to build a simple AI tracker, it's just gonna bring the the easiest thing for it, and it's just gonna give it to you, right? But you have to break it down into like, I want it to do X, Y, Z. I want it to look like X, Y, Z. I want it to function X, Y, Z, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So, first thing I need from you is a simple framework. Mind you, I have 1 hour to build this. I need a simple outline of tasks to keep us on track. I The functionality of this web app is for the user to input what they ate. Then we will use OpenAI's API. If you guys don't know what the APIs are, I'll give you guys a I won't give you guys a full story on what it is, but I'll show you guys how to use it. It's really simple. And if you have a ChatGPT account, then it's like 5 seconds to make an API account. And basically what that is it allows our app to connect with ChatGPT to or any other LLM that you want, but I'm using ChatGPT's, I'm using OpenAI's. So we'll input a message on our app and then it'll go to OpenAI. It will do its magic over there, and then it will come back with a response, and then we'll get a front end response in a visual format. All right. And as I stated before, I'm becoming more technical. So if a lot of terminology, I like to kind of just go with the flow. But yeah, feel free to comment any mistakes, any changes or improvements that you guys would like to see. So then we'll use OpenAI API to correct info, and then we will should display it. Calorie tracker. Our web app, our website slash web app is called. Today is June 7th. Let's call it. Uh, Unicalorie. Yeah, let's just call it Unicalorie. Right. Unicalorie. What else? The display should the macronutrient display should remain macros. Also, add a simple um, input for a user uh, inputs their current macro goal, the calorie tracker knows the user has. Yeah. Okay, so here's the framework that it gave us. And mind you, it just gives you a general framework. If we had more time, then we would kind of break it down even further and just see like what works for us. And also like using critical thinking, like as a PM, like you definitely want to use AI to assist you, but it shouldn't dictate your entire like framework. But I just want to show you guys how simple it could be if you don't have the expertise or you don't have the knowledge and how quickly to take an idea from here and put it on paper. So we're gonna do the input section. We're gonna do the macro tool display. Okay. UI layout. So this is a wireframe, like a simple wireframe. Um, okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do first is okay. So we have the okay. Let's knock out the front end. So then all we have to do is connect the back end. Like I said, it's going to be very, very, very simple. So we're not going to save too many stuff. No user account, just very simple. Um, A to B kind of input to output. So right now, what I'm basically telling it to do is I'm kind of have this idea in my head. I want it to be like a modern, clean, kind of crisp layout. I don't want it to be like a simple, like just like a old web page. I want it to be something like modern, interactive, has some glow, has some animations to it. In a different video, I'll show you guys how we can like actually like um make it like really, really nice. But for right now, we just want it to just be simple, and effective. The website should be white. Should be a yeah, let's just keep it white. Be right animations and stuff. Detailed, lovable, paragraph style. So from my time using Lovable, what I found out is that when you give it like a paragraph style kind of input, it usually operates better than when you like if you just copied something from ChatGPT and just put it in there with a bunch of different like code and all this stuff, it can easily hallucinate. So paragraph style usually works best for me. Okay. So it's design a modern high-end calorie tracker web app called June Calorie. This you guys should feel like a $1 million startup. We might be listed. So what's in this spell calorie? So the beautiful thing about Lovable and like why I personally like using it is sometimes you can overthink something in your head at least when you put it on there, like right now, we're gonna copy this and we're gonna paste it into Lovable, and it might come out terrible, right? But at least we get to see like, oh, I don't like how that is there. I don't like how that's there, and we can immediately iterate really, really quickly and change that. With Lovable, you get 5 free daily credits. So every time you make a change, every time um, put in the input, it counts as a credit. I'm gonna try to keep it in the 5 credits just because no, I doubt it. I don't think I'll be able to keep it within the 5 credits. You can do this then maybe 2 days, or you can get 100 credits for $25, which is super crazy, right? But yeah, so let's get started. So, yeah. And I do want to say that at the end, I will generate a prompt that will allow you to kind of just take this and go put it onto Lovable yourself, so you can kind of see the front end. And I will definitely make more videos about how to implement the back end, like Supabase, or which is the database where you can have stored information on. And how you can connect the API. So for this video, I'm not going to get too deep into the excuse me. I'm not going to get too deep into the APIs just because that could take us a while. But I'll definitely make more videos about that as well. Okay, so while it's doing that, no, no, actually, let's wait. So it's probably take us like maybe a few minutes, and let's see what it looks like. Uh, okay, it's okay, okay. I feel it. I feel it. It's not the best, but okay. Uh, so what I like to do is if I don't necessarily like it, I might screenshot it and throw it back in chat. Be like, make it more modern, for example. Uh, make it more modern. Make the calorie wheels more. I guess I kind of wanted it to. I mean, this isn't bad necessarily, but this is kind of very basic though. Okay, make it more modern. I'll just say looks like a basic page. And mind you, like I usually don't just word it like this, but just for the sake of time, I just want to just get something done pretty quickly. But I'll definitely make a video on going in depth, like going deeper in depth into like the prompting that I use, the frameworks that I use, so I can make it look exactly the way that I want it to look like. Um, this will look like says- Okay. Okay. So let's see what it looks like now. Mm, okay. I'm just gonna tell Lovable directly. I want the Juna calorie to. I want to remove this. I want to remove that, and then I want this pulsing to stop. It's kind of annoying. Uh, okay. Yeah, just so we don't waste too much time. Let me see. And yeah, we don't need to upgrade to forward analytics. So I'll say make the Juna calorie. We'll go standalone. Keep it 700. Remove the lightning progress section just so we can get rid of this. So remove analytics and pretty sure this is get pro. Upgrade to pro. Yeah. And upgrade from top down. Yeah. This should be the last change that we do for now. And then we'll start working on making it functional. Perfect. All right, let's check it out now. Okay, so fix that. But we still have the pulsing. We'll just remove them from now just because they're annoying and just gotta get them out the way. So one of the things with Lovable sometimes is if you give it multiple things to do at one time, it'll probably hallucinate sometimes. So you have to really be detailed with your prompting. Take it easy, take it slow. That's if you want to be really meticulous. But just like on a general overview aspect of it, it it gives you something that's clean, something that you could definitely work with, and something that like you'll easily understand. So like I like these little animations like right here. Okay. So sometimes when I struggle with um having to accomplish a task for me, I'll I'll screenshot that, take it to chat. These background colors keep on pulsing, and even when I'm not hovering. So we're almost at 35 minutes. So definitely as soon as we get this fixed up, we'll want to move on to uh making it functional. Because there's a few aspects that we need to get. Okay, perfect. So let's see what it looks like on the big screen. Okay, so sometimes when I preview it in a different tab, it might not be as up to date, but as we can see here, it's it's looking clean. So let's make sure. All right, cool. All right, so here's now what we want to make functional, right? And we have to think about this from a broad level and then kind of get deep, right? So like if we're actually building this out, then there's a lot of more complexities that go into it. But to keep it very simple, user input something here, so it'll be like I ate a burger, whatever, right? Then that would update here. But then if user updates here, then that also updates here, right? So let's say I eat 1800. Okay, so now that should technically update here. Okay, so that's already kind of functional. That's great. That's great. But then this bar would have to also uh update. So let's say 2000. Let's keep that like that. Oh, it does. So let's see if I make it 1000, then it should technically be half. One, one, two, three. Update. Perfect. So we don't even have to do that. That's really solid. It's gonna save us a lot of time. Okay, let's go back to 2000. Right, delete goals. And okay. So now I'll just take a screenshot to tell it. Okay. So the news, you don't have to user updates their daily goals. It immediately um, it's there. So you might be asking, why am I telling it this, right? Just so when chat is thinking of the next steps and how we should go about implementing the API and the prompting, it doesn't add this step into it, right? So like you don't need to do that. So all and I'm telling you, so now I'm gonna tell it all we need to do is connect the API to the log your meals, and that it should impact this today's progress, and it should be saved in today's meals. So that's that. Let's just go back. So here is what the API needs to do. When user inputs their meal into log your meal, this updates the circles in today's progress, and today's I'm going to screenshot that as well for it, just so it has that as well. Um, let's see. I'm curious. I wanted to add something that if the user goes over their calories, it would display that. Like maybe like the bar becomes red after you go past your calories. But let's just check right now to see if that's implemented or not. So I'll say 400 calories is our daily limit. 400. What happens? Okay, it does nothing right now. It just says 0 calories remaining. I'll probably fix that later, just because I don't want to spend too much time on that right now. It's definitely something that's important, but I don't want to spend too much time on that right now. Section. Oh snap! What happened to our timer? Oof. I think I'll just say 25 minutes because I could check. but I know for a fact we had more. We had like 30 minutes left, but I'll just say 25 just to be on the safe side. I could just show how long I've been recording this for, but I don't want to spend too much time right now. Let's check it later. I doubt we're gonna go over though. I can tell sometimes when it's like lagged out. So I'll just so I can do that. Fortunately, yeah. So I lagged out for a second, so I'm gonna just have to rewrite that again. I'm just gonna say good news. Um, if user changes macro goals, displays, yeah, today's progress. Okay, get my API key. Right, the lovable. Um, execute this. No front end changes, please. Just looking to make functional. Let's go. And we'll put paragraph style. Paragraph style. Okay. The reason I say no front end changes is because sometimes you might ask it to do one thing, and if Lovable hallucinates sometimes, it changes everything, which I hope they fix that soon. But that's why we want to just keep the response pretty simple. What's going on with my chat? Okay, so I'm gonna copy this just so let's try it. Okay, cool. Okay, so for this time, all right, so I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go back to Lovable. I don't know what's going on with my computer right now. Okay, so I'll chat with it because I do need to give it my API. So, and I know a lot of people are gonna talk about like security and stuff like that. For right now, I'm just showing you guys what it would look like. Obviously, before you would publish this out, you'd make sure like your API is never like on a client side code or anything like that. But yeah, we're just gonna keep it simple for now. Okay. I'll just say let me know when to provide a API key. Let's chat with it. Okay. So now it's asking for my API key. So I'm going to unshare myself really quickly and recording. That's why I can't do that. Okay. Then I'll stop recording for a second and then I'll come back once I'm done. So let me I can pause the recording. Cool. Okay, so we're back now. I set up the API business and yeah, I just had to hide that away just so you guys don't run up my API account. But yeah, basically, and like I said, guys, for a lot of you guys that might be really confusing, like, hey, what did he just do? How do I do that? I will go more in depth, but in a different video, or I might create like a school or something, just so we can kind of talk about it in there and just show you guys how like I go through it and learn from you guys as well because I also want to learn more. But for now, just know that I connected the API, which allows our app Calorie to talk to OpenAI or ChatGPT, and then give us our responses back. And then I click the chat button here because on Lovable, if you just give it a prompt, it'll immediately start working on the actual project. But with the chat, if you click this button right here, chat, you can talk to it before it implements the changes. So we talked about all the changes that it's going to implement. So now we're going to implement the plan. And if all goes well, then we should be able to uh, talk to Juna Calorie, and then it would it would it would basically update our calories and what we ate. So yeah, let's see how that goes. So time says we have 12 minutes, 19 seconds left. So we should be good to go. Should is the keyword. Okay, so I just wanted to delete the current like progress. So I want to test it out fresh. Uh so we can reset. Perfect. Cool, cool, cool. It's looking nice. All right, let's see. Let's see if it works better on the preview thing now. Okay, cool, cool. All right. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Oh, let's clear all this. And I should move the clear button to the top here just to make it easier. But for right now, we'll just keep it smooth, uh, just for the sake of time. So let's see if our app Juna Calorie actually works now. So 150 grams of protein. Let's edit that. Let's make it 200 grams. You know, we're trying to put on some muscle. 2,000 calories. Let's update that. Okay, cool. I had 4 ounces of 99% fat-free chicken breast. Let's if see if it works. Hmm. Okay. So it's saying that's 120 calories, 26 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of fat. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Um, let me just check on my phone real quick to see if that's pretty accurate. So 4 ounces of fat-free chicken breast calories. Yeah, I mean it's saying 130 calories here, 120. So that definitely means that it called the API call. Because sometimes it'll have like some pre-saved data, but this is great. All right, let's say something I know to have to like do some research on. I just had a McChicken from McDonald's. I know that I mean chicken should be like 400 calories, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see. Track meal. Boom, 400 calories. Let's go. Yes. Yes, sirree. Yes, we just made we just it's we have a functional AI calorie tracker. Um let's just let's say we also I also just drank a Diet Coke. Okay, Diet Coke, 0 calories. Yo, guys, we have 7 minutes to spare. If you guys enjoyed this video, please, please, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. I want to do one of these every single day. So drop down in the comments what tool we should make tomorrow, in 1 hour. I would love for this to go crazy, just to see like what other tools and what other ideas that we can bring forth. Obviously, simple, very MVP, but for us to go from idea to having this up and functional within 1 hour, less than an hour is absolutely bonkers. It's crazy. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm catch you guys on the next one. So now.